Hi, 10th graders. This is Rabbi Light, and this is day 5 of Dr. Moss's absence. And here you're beginning class with two Rashi Kashas and Terutzim. So here we go. You know the drill. Find a place to place this chart so Dr. Moss can see it upon his return. So here is our, so we're on the Akedat Yitzchak, probably the most famous story of the Torah. You can just say Akedat Yitzchak, the binding of Isaac. La'akod is to bind. Akedat Yitzchak, the binding of Isaac. So here we are. God has made the request to Abraham. Please take your son, your only son, the one that you love, and take him to the mountain that I will show you. And here we have, and then right afterwards it says he gets up early. He gets ready, and then he starts walking. Then it says, on the third day after Abe had left home with Yitzchak, ready to follow God's request, Abraham lifted up his eyes and he saw the place from afar. Bayom hashlishi vayisa Abraham et einav. So what do you think is Rashi's akasha here? Please write it there. And you can stop the video, whoever's substituting, and see if you can take some kushiot from the class. And when you're ready, go to the next page, which says, right, why does God wait 3 days to show God the place where Abe must sacrifice his son to God? Once Abe says yes to God's request, why doesn't God just say, hey, do it now? Why is there this 3-day journey? And I mean, it brings up all these ideas of what happened during those 3 days. But why 3 days? Why not 2 days? Why not 1 hour? Why not 3 hours? Why not 5 days? Why not 5 weeks? So that's Rashi's kasha. What's your teirutz? Write it there. If you want to share with the class, you can stop the video. And now let's go move on to Rashi's teirutz. Rashi's saying, God didn't want anyone to think that Abe acted harshly or rashly in the heat of the moment. God wanted to show everyone that actually Abe had time to calm down, to really think about what this was all about. And even then, he was able to follow God's command. And kind of linked up into this is really interesting nafkamina. Like, right, when we do things quickly, when we do things spur of the moment, reaction to someone's request, no one really understands why we're doing that. Are we doing that because we are so enamored by the request that we do it? Or are we doing it because we're fearful of the person who's doing the request? And so having time and taking a deep breath and kind of thinking about what you're going to do before you begin doing it, well, that takes that kind of deliberation, that kind of like cool, calm headedness kind of shows even a more of a desire to do something, whereas it could be your actions could be misconstrued. It could be a little ambiguous why you're doing it if you do something immediately afterwards. So a really nice nafkamina, a really nice takeaway there. Okay, so you can go ahead and write in Rashi's teirutz in the place, and now we're up to the next place. So Abraham is getting right towards the mountain, and Abraham says to his servants, "Vayomer Avraham el na'arav shvu lachem po." Abraham says to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey. The boy and I will go up, and we will bow down to God, and we will return to you." What is Rashi's kasha here? What's your kasha there? You can stop and kind of share with the class. What's Rashi's kasha? Rashi's saying, wait, Abraham is lying. Abraham knows at this point that God's request is lishchot et banav, or la'alot, to offer my son as an olah, as a burnt offering. How can Abraham be lying at this point? He thinks that he thinks he'll need to sacrifice his son to God, but that's not actually what Abraham says. He says we're going and we're going to return. So what is going on here? So what's Rashi's kasha right there, and what's your teirutz to Rashi's kasha? You can stop the video to kind of discuss what we think that is, and here is Rashi's teirutz. Here might be, he saw a prophecy that the boy would actually be saved in the end. That's one idea that actually, or another idea is that he expresses confidence that this is really not going to happen. This is a moment where actually, or maybe he's expressing a hope or a wish that he really doesn't want this to happen. Or maybe he's just trying to calm down the servants that are with him, because the servants might protest about and being like Abraham, this is crazy what you're doing. So a few different ideas. But there's something that the nafkamina, the takeaway, certainly is something about being confident, like thinking and visualizing your success, and in some way, or your greatest hopes and dreams. If you can kind of put them out there and kind of say it's going to happen, then you're closer to making them happen than if you don't do that. All right, so we're done for the day, and see you next time for the beginning of class.